Hey everyone, this is Michael Tua. If there's one major food group I cannot resist, it's fried chicken. I love all of its incarnations. And today I want to share with you one of my favorites, if not my favorite fried chicken, that is karaage, or Japanese fried chicken. It is little chicken pieces that's marinated in soy, ginger and garlic, and then fried to crispy perfection. And before you serve it, you squeeze a little bit of lemon on top. It is so good. Just the thought of it makes me salivate. And good thing is, it's so easy to make at home. So, let's get frying. Now, let's start with the marinade. Here I have chicken thighs. I prefer chicken thighs or dark meat anyway over white meat or breast meat. I just think they have more flavor and also it's cheaper, so to me it's a win-win situation. But if you prefer white meat, you can absolutely use it. And here I have 4 pieces of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I cut it into bite-sized pieces. I mean, bite-size is kind of a misleading term because it depends on whose bite-size. I can put big things in my mouth, so my bite size is probably bigger. But you do want to cut it slightly bigger because the chicken will shrink in the cooking. And then let's get on with the flavorings. Here I have 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And to that I want to add 2 cloves of garlic. I'm just going to mince it with my microplane here. It is quite garlicky, but that's because I do want prominent garlic flavor. I don't want just a hint. I want a full frontal garlic. Next thing going in is fresh ginger. Just a small little piece of fresh ginger. I peeled it and I think it's easier to peel fresh ginger just using a teaspoon. You just scrape off the skin. And this is about a teaspoon's worth. After grating, it adds a little bit of heat. A little bit of acidity with 1 tablespoon of rice wine vinegar. And to balance the acidity and also the saltiness, a tablespoon of brown sugar. And last thing is just a teaspoon of toasted sesame oil. If you happen to have some white pepper, you can add a pinch, but I haven't got any. And just give this a good mix. Now, ideally, I would let this sit for at least half an hour. And this is quite a strong marinade, so you don't need a lot of time. But if you're really pressed for time, 15 minutes. But 30 minutes is ideal. The flour coating for the chicken, also very simple, only a couple of ingredients. Here I have 90 grams of cornflour, but you can also use potato starch, and about 30 grams of all-purpose plain flour. Just give this a mix, and then set it aside until we're ready to fry. About 5 to 10 minutes before you're ready to fry, start weighting your oil. Here I'm using regular flavorless vegetable oil. It's hard to say how much oil you need because that really depends on the dimension of your pan. Here I'm using quite a small pot, so that means I don't need as much oil. But I reckon you need the oil to come up to at least a couple of centimeters or about an inch. I'm using a small pot, which means I have to fry the chicken in batches. And that's a good thing because that means the oil will stay hot as you fry. You don't want to overcrowd the oil, otherwise you'll end up with soggy, greasy chicken, and that's not a good thing. We want the chicken to stay nice and crispy. When half an hour is up, I drain the chicken from its marinade, and then it's time to coat the chicken with the flour coating. Here's my technique. I'm going to use one hand just to touch the chicken and one hand to coat with the flour. Let's see if it's going to work. I sometimes forget. So put the chicken to the flour, and then you just coat it. Try to not to make much of a mess like me. Shake the excess and put it aside on a platter. And continue with the rest. Fry the karaage until they are lovely medium brown color and the chicken is cooked through. Because they are in pieces, this should not take long. This bowl full of fried chicken is my kind of heaven, and I'm ready to eat. One part though that you cannot miss from the karaage eating experience is the lemon. It really makes it. In theory, the recipe I give you should serve 2, but I'm afraid in practice, just 1. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and please stay safe and healthy. Take care, you guys.